the outside world is shut down, and I'm in, like, I can focus on myself, and there's nothing that can bother me at that moment. And also, they kind of give me like that hugging feeling when somebody's hugging you really tight and you feel safe. And in that moment, they kind of give me the same-ish feeling. So that's the first thing I always do. Of course, I usually put some music coming from them. What kind of music? That depends very much of how I feel, what kind of anxiety I am feeling, or am I overthinking stuff? Am I trying to distract myself, or am I trying to overcome some feelings? It depends so much what I'm feeling and what I want. Well, obviously I want the anxiety to go away always, but it's just different. So sometimes I put on, usually most of the time, I put on some soundtracks from games, movies, series. I find them very helpful because they don't have lyrics. So the music kind of gives you the lyrics itself, and you can kind of make them yourself in a way. So I don't know, they just help me. And you know, if you put a soundtrack on where it's used in a game where the hero of the game is going on an adventure or something like that, that it's usually empowering. And so especially if I'm trying to overcome the feeling, those are the most helpful ones at that time. But if I feel like I'm overthinking stuff, and because of that, it's like the overthinking is turning into anxiety, I want to distract my brain. So I put on some podcasts. But the thing is, I can't put just any podcast. It has to be an episode or a series that I'm actually interested about, because because otherwise the overthinking is taking over. It's like the overthinking is speaking over the podcast, like it has to be really interesting subject, and that's why it can be, for me, hard to find that kind of episode of a podcast that is really, that like it's more powerful than the anxiety. These might be a little hard to understand, especially for people who don't suffer from anxiety, but bear with me. Maybe you should watch another video or something. Yeah, but yeah. Yes. I do listen to ASMR for helping anxiety feelings or anxious feelings. But nowadays I feel like I listen to ASMR more during the day, not for sleeping, not for trying to get sleepier, but like I like to listen to ASMR during when I'm drinking like coffee during the day or something feel like when I'm watching ASMR in the middle of the day, it kind of refreshes my brain, like kind of turning my brain off and on again. So there's again more space for more stuff that is still going to happen on that day, if that makes sense. I have found ASMR very helpful for that. That's not necessarily when I'm having, like when I feel like the anxiety is starting to build up and going towards panic attack. ASMR doesn't necessarily help me. It might help you, but it doesn't help me in that moment. But on those in the beginning of when the day usually starts to go bad because I can't focus, I can't concentrate, I there's like too much in my brain, then ASMR helps for that. Then if I feel like the anxiety is starting to build up, it's building, it's not going away with just, with just headphones, with just music, I can't distract myself with podcasts, then I usually take a cold shower because that physical feeling is distracting me from that emotional feeling. And it also makes you breathe. Like, when you go into cold water, you breathe really shallow, but it makes you concentrate on your breathing. And especially, like, I usually go to the cold shower, I count to 10, and then I stop. It's no longer than that. And then afterwards, because I was breathing so shallow during the shower, I have to, like, my body is making me to focus more on my breathing, and I start breathing more deeply and more fully. If I don't want to take a shower, I can take an ice cube on my palm and just hold it there. Kind of the same thing. It gives you that physical feeling. It actually hurts a lot when you just, hold ice cube on your palm. It starts to hurt really quickly. But it's distracting your brain from that anxiety and that anxious feeling to the physical pain on your palm. Or actually last time when I had really bad anxiety, I woke up, I had nightmares during night, and I woke up already really anxious and just with horrible feelings, and I was actually trembling, which has not happened before for me. I was like having these kind of shivers, like every now and then, like in every 5 minutes or so, and it was building up from the moment I woke up. And then I realized, okay, this is not going away, this is going towards panic attack, and that's something I don't want to go through. If I just can, I will do anything to stop the process in my mind so it doesn't go there. So I tried all these things, and then I took the ice cube on my palm and I sifted it the floor, like as small position as I can go, like really, really small, and just like covering my head, trying to in a sense like protect my head from that anxiety. And I started to put the ice cube on my forehead, and well, it started to feel like brain freeze really fast, and I took it off, and then when the brain freeze went away, I did it again and on, like again and again and again, and of course the ice cube started melting, and it was melting on my face. I could feel the drops going all over my face, and then it gave up. The anxiety finally, I feel like it's so hard to explain how it feels like, but it literally felt like somebody was pulling me, keeping me from my hand, like yes, we're going. And finally that feeling that when the water drops, the melted ice cubes, water drops were falling down my face, it let go. It didn't go away, like it still stayed there for hours. It was a horrible day. But it didn't go any further than that. It didn't go any worse after that. And it's it's one of the best feelings in the world when you finally feel like, okay, it's still there, but I managed to stop the process. It's not going to the panic attack. Those of you who have had panic attacks know what they are. They're horrible. I don't know any other word to describe them. They are just horrible. You don't want them. I don't wish them to anyone. I personally feel like I lose all control on my body. Like I don't think anything but how to make it stop. And what I'm scared of is of what I might do if I have a really bad panic attack, because I can think nothing else but how to make it stop. And how to make it stop, it is not necessarily, just breathe, just relax, just relax. Don't ever say that to anyone, just relax. If they are telling they are anxious or, panicking, just relax. No, do not say that ever. Let's see what else. Well, this works better, I think, when I'm overthinking. If I feel like I'm just I can't break the cycle of overthinking, I put my hand in front of me and just say, stop, shut up, stop. And I look at my hand and I say the words out loud. Well, sometimes I look at my hand and then I might close my eyes and just kind of imagine the overthinking being something in front of me and telling them to stop. You're not welcome here. Stop it. conversation helps me to let go of that feeling, or the feeling lets go of me, if you think it like that, if you like to think it like that. I like to share a lot of my feelings with my loved ones, but sometimes the stuff I would like to say, I can't say them without making them worry about me. So I don't say anything, and then I know I'm going to feel like if I can't let that stuff out, it just stays in and I'm overthinking it, and then it becomes anxiety, and anxiety starts building up, and so on and so on. So if I feel like this is something I want to say out loud, but I don't want to tell it to anybody I know or, loved one, well, obviously I can call to psychiatrist or a doctor or something like that, but if it's not like emergency situation, I usually talk to myself. I just explain the thing out loud to myself. If that doesn't work, or if I need something more real, I can record a voicemail. I usually record it to my sister. I record a voicemail, and then I just don't send it. I can say things however I want. I can say however bad I'm feeling, and I don't have to worry about my sister being worried about me or whoever I'm recording them. I don't have to worry, and also I don't have to listen them trying to help me. That sounds really selfish, but it's just, I usually just want to be heard. I don't want, especially my loved ones, to figure out how to help me. Of course they want to help me. That's what I would think too. Like how can I help you? Please tell me, how can I help you? But even I don't know how you can help me or how I can help me. I just know that talking helps. But that answer, that constant trying to figure out how to help me or, figure me out, is giving like a negative reaction to it, and then it's kind of like it doesn't help in the end. So I just record a voicemail and don't send it, and that usually is enough for me. But if I want some kind of response, I record a voicemail, but in the beginning I tell them, whoever I'm sending it to, that hey, I'm letting some steam out. You don't have to react. I just want you to listen, and that's it. And then they usually say, okay, I see they have listened to my voicemail, and then they say okay, or something very neutral but still positive. And that's all the feedback that I need. That's all the response I need at that moment. I was going to do some sounds as I'm explaining, but apparently I just started to explain and that was it. But yeah, I hope these are helpful for someone. As I said, I really hope even though you know exactly how you feel, but you can't put the feelings in words, because I feel like there's no words for those kind of feelings yet. Maybe there are in the future. Maybe I need to come up with the new words, but I don't know. Please, if you liked this video, leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Leave some comments. Please tell me if you find some of my tips helpful, and you can talk about anything down there as long as it's appropriate. I will be deleting everything inappropriate, and don't share hate, don't pass on hate. That's just so unnecessary. You never can know what kind of day somebody is having, what kind of week somebody's having, what kind of month somebody's having, if somebody's suffering from mental illness or relationship stuff or family stuff or physical illnesses or whatever. So always remember to be nice to everyone, everywhere. Okay. Thank you so much for watching.